So this is the Honor 600 Pro, a phone with a screen that peaks at 8000 nits, a 200 megapixel night camera, a flagship Snapdragon 8 Elite chip, and a dedicated AI button on the side. Let's get it unboxed. I'll share the key accessibility settings right from the beginning and we'll get it set up together. A quick slice through the seal and then we get to see our device for the very first time. So lifting the lid to get to see our device on top. Then very carefully we're going to take our device out. So I have the golden white model here. You can see the triple camera setup. You've got a matte metal frame around your edge of the device with an enlarged corners. It looks really nice in this golden white color. Turning to the right hand side of our device, you'll see your power button, your volume keys, and the AI button. So turning back to our display, it's a 6.57 inch AMOLED display, 120 Hz with over 1 billion colors. Also in the box, we're going to remove the protective layer for our device. First up, you see a SIM tool, so that's really handy with this device. Multiple different options for SIM use, so a nano-sized SIM, you can even use an eSIM if you wish. So you have an energy rating certificate for your device, which we have to have here in the EU and throughout the UK. Then we have our USB-C to USB-C cable to charge our very impressive 6400 mAh battery. So let's bring some life to our device. So pressing that power button, which is the middle button down the right hand side, and you're greeted with Honor. So with this device, it's running Android 16 with up to 6 major Android upgrades and plus Magic OS 10 from Honor with AI sprinkled throughout your device. We're greeted with hello, but before we go through the setup process, if you notice here at the bottom right hand corner, there's an option called reading aid. First one being magnification. So toggle this on, swipe around your display and you're easily able to see everything on your display. Our next section is font size. You can change the font size here. There's a little scrub bar along the bottom and find the best fonts that suits you. So for myself, normally tend to go a little bit larger. Then you've got high contrast text. So you're able to toggle this on if you wish. In this section, you also have text stroke to see any movement on your keyboard. And then finally, you've got high contrast buttons to allow to see buttons a little bit easier throughout your display. So returning to the setup process, now we've spoken about accessibility, we're going to select English, and you're going to select United Kingdom. Then we have terms of use, and again, I've toggled all of these to use. Then you're going to select your Wi-Fi. If you want to select your Wi-Fi, select it and input. I'm going to skip for the moment. Then we're moving on to device protection. So fingerprint, face recognition, and password options available. If you do choose a fingerprint or face recognition, you'll need to enter a code. It's an optical under the display sensor. Just simply putting my thumb on to read my thumbprint for me, and it will tell me if I get it incorrect and will ask me to re-register. Once set up, it will ask you if you want to register for face recognition as well. Enter the same code and go through that process. Then we move on to Google services. So make sure all of these are selected to get the best possible use out of your device, as you want to use all the AI features across your device and also the enhanced free promotional offers available when you buy this new device. Then make sure to log in with your Honor ID. So a quick login across all of your devices, simple and very easy. So make sure to log in with Honor ID. If you don't have an account, you can set one up and it shows you all the features you're going to miss if you say you'll do it later, but I will set mine up afterwards. Moving on then to enhanced services. So this is services throughout your device. I use these all the time. We then have the AI button built into your device. So down the right hand side at the bottom is your AI button. Quick note here, it's a shame it's not tactilely different from any of the others. Then it's asking if you want to use a button control or gesture control, then if you want an app drawer or a nice clean easy option of seeing. And then that's it. Welcome to Magic OS 10, and our Honor 600 Pro is all set up and ready to go. So let's start off with its weight, 195 grams, 7.8 millimeters thin, a matte metal frame, larger radius rounded corners so easier to grip and hold. Then looking down that right hand side, we've got our buttons. So starting with the volume keys at the top, power button in the middle, and the new AI button at the bottom. Pressing that opens a world of AI throughout your Honor device. So I'm looking forward to really jumping in and testing that out. There is glass on the front and the back, and then we do have our camera bump. It is a little bit more sturdy, being a bit of a longer rectangle, so that's always handy to have. And then it's built tough as well with an IP68, 69 and IP69K plus SGS drop crush certification, so properly rugged device. So when it comes to colours, here in the UK you can get the golden white option that I have here, or the black, but also online there are other options available. Then the display, what we're going to be looking at all the time is a 6.57-inch AMOLED, 120Hz over 1 billion colors with a pixel density of 458 ppi, 8000 nits peak brightness, especially here in the UK at the moment when the sunlight is out, and that's where its new feature of the new sunlight mode will be great for outdoor reading. So just a little bit of a teaser, I will be doing a deep dive into accessibility, where the new sunlight mode is a real handy accessibility feature as well for someone visually impaired like myself. Then moving on to the rear camera, we've got 200 megapixel main sensor, which is optical image stabilization. You've got 50 megapixel periscope telephoto, 3 times optical, and then you've got 12 megapixel ultra wide and a 50 megapixel selfie. So all those selfies are going to look great. So with this device, Honor really want to share the nighttime photography, and with SEPA 6.5 stabilization for handheld night shots, it makes it incredible. So tell me where in the comments, where should I go to test this out? When it comes to performance, we've got the Snapdragon 8 Elite 3nm chipset. Battery is 6400 mAh, 80 watt wire charging, 50 watt wireless charging, and 27 watt reverse wireless charging for anyone that needs an extra top up. So then you have your AI button, which has Magic Color, AI Super Zoom 2.0, AI Photo Agent, which can edit by your voice, Gemini built in, 3 months of Google AI Pro and 5 terabytes of storage at launch, and please check if this offer is still available. AI Image to Video 2.0 is a paid cloud service, so it's not built in and there's a limited free allowance. So my full review will land within a couple of weeks. Also a dedicated accessibility deep dive, plus a head-to-head with the Honor 400 Pro. Subscribe so you don't miss it. In the video description, I'll make sure to add links to Honor UK as well as the offers that are available, and let me know in the comments what you think I should test next. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.